Hi, I'm here today with Allison Deines, who is National Director of Roots and Shoots, an organization that was founded by Dr. Jane Goodall in 1991 and with a group of Tanzanian students. It's all about creating positive change in the world for our communities, animals, and environment, and connects youth of all ages with a desire to create a better world. Hi, Allison. Tell us a little more about Roots and Shoots and the kind of positive change that has been achieved in the world.
Well, since 1991, we've expanded from Tanzania to 120 different countries and involve over 100,000 young people each year. Last year in the United States, our groups completed about 250,000 volunteer hours and served more than 1 million people. They do projects that just run the gamut of their imaginations, from planting trees to lobbying their local government to ban plastic bags. It's really amazing.
And how exactly do you get young people involved and motivated?
You know, it's different for all ages of young people. So we work a lot with group leaders. So an older youth or an adult mentor starts a group. And depending on the age of the young person, there are a lot of different activities that you can do, from when the youth are very young, to just bring them outside to introduce them to nature, to when they're older, we work with our project management skills, how to do a community needs assessment, and plan deeper and more impactful projects that they can be a part of.
So when young people truly realize that what they do makes a difference, what kind of difference do you notice in their behavior and actions?
I think it's pretty universal. When young people feel empowered to make a change, they become more engaged in their community, more engaged in school. It's so liberating, and they come up with these incredible ideas because they don't feel like there's a wrong answer. There's no wrong answer. It's just the passion that's guiding them.
Oh, it's just really wonderful. Very inspiring to see, I'm sure.
It is. It's amazing.
When you've been asked what motivates you, you have said to promote respect for all things, humans and animals. Why is this so important, and what's inspired you in your own life to be so passionate about our planet?
One of my favorite Jane Goodall quotes is that we all have a role to play, and that we as individuals can make a difference. That really guides the work that I do. And it starts with respect, with knowing that animals play an important role in our ecosystem and in our lives, and the people that surround us in our community all are integral to the functioning of that community. I really thank my parents for this. I became passionate about the environment because my parents introduced me from a young age to the wonders of the natural world.
On the Roots and Shoots website, I read that often when we learn that when we help an endangered species, we help the environment and the human community as well. How exactly does that work, and how are they all connected?
It's a great question, Annabelle, and I think that it, for a lot of times it's not immediately apparent. When we talk about the work that we do, oftentimes I like to say that what it takes to save one species is what it takes to save the world. So, for example, our work in Africa stems from Jane's research on chimpanzees. As Jane was studying chimpanzees, she realized that in order to protect chimpanzees, she had to work with the community. But also in order to protect the community, she had to work to preserve the chimpanzees in their forest environment, because that's where a lot of the resources such as clean water, fresh air, food, and also spiritual services came from for that community. So again, it goes back to the fact that we're all interconnected, and no solutions can be done in a vacuum.
You have a 1-year-old son.
Mm-hmm.
How are you, and or will you be passing on your passion for the planet to him?
Well, I tried to start from a young age. My son had colic, which I'm sure a lot of mothers have also dealt with. And I found one thing that calmed me down and calmed him down was to go outside and walk in our local park. And when he was 3 months old, we were walking in the park, and an owl came out and flew in front of us.
Oh, lovely.
It was amazing. And he started laughing. That old adage of stopping and smelling the roses, it's those little moments that are really important. And for my son, when I go to pick him up from daycare, I take him outside, and if he's looking at a bird, I try to stop so that we can both enjoy it together and have that moment together of bonding and of enjoyment of the natural world.
And who or what is your greatest inspiration?
Well, I work for the Jane Goodall Institute, and Jane Goodall is one of the most inspiring women in the entire world. Two qualities that I really try to emulate of Jane's are her compassion for people and animals. In everything she does, she shows a love and understanding of people and of the natural world that is unparalleled. And also the sense of humor that she demonstrates every day. I think people think of Jane as, this amazing woman, but they don't realize the humor and the love of life that really, I think, it keeps her going and helps her not despair in the face of a lot of the environmental and human suffering that she sees.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me today, Allison. For those of you who'd like to find out more about Roots and Shoots and get involved, get your kids involved, please go to rootsandshoots.org. Thank you.
Thank you, Annabelle.